one of the most important when doing outdoor activity is the navigation to understand where you are in the landscape. Okay, so in the last years there have been plenty of apps developed, and I'm going to present the one that I'm using for a simple reason, because they are efficient, they are open source, they are very for free or even very cheap, let's say a few euro you can get it. And I will present it, how to interact it and how to use in the domain. So quite often I do these courses to Boy Scout or their mountaineering activity and so on. But of course, I have to explain all the lat long and so on. So all this part, we are going to remove it because we are fluent on this. And we are going to concentrate directly to which kind of app using. Okay, so which are the features that need to be presented in this app? They need to be easy to use. Okay, they have to have location accuracy, and nowadays not a big issue. So you have easily 10 meters of accuracy with the GPS from the mobile. Easy and free installation of the map, of the app, and also of the map. Okay, store capability in offline mode. So quite often when you are using Google Map, you are working not in offline, you are working continuously streaming the data. Okay, and as soon you lose data connection, then your map is not anymore displayed. Okay, be careful that sometimes there is quite a confusion between the data for the map and the location. So the location is given by the GPS, okay? So of course, rather the map, not where are you, but where is in the landscape is given by the data, okay? So the one that is streaming down the battery is the data, okay? The data downloading for the map, not your position, GPS position. And this is going to increase exponentially as soon your data or your connection with the mobile network is not anymore available. So as soon you don't have the data, it's going to even draining your battery even more. So what does it mean? That as soon you go, one of the best option is to be in offline and having only the GPS on and streaming, and not streaming the maps through the data, but having in the offline mode in your mobile. Okay, so this is where we are going to learn it. And again, the GPS is going to work always, unless you are really in a cave or really deep, narrow street, for example, down into the Saxi. Could be that sometimes you don't have GPS because it's not reaching, or a super dense forest. Also, you can have this kind of problem. But the GPS is always there. As you try to move a bit, and you will get it. Okay. So rather, the one that we are going to avoid is the use of data, mobile data, for having the map. Okay. And which are other aspects that we need to understand? The waypoint and the tracking capability. So when we walk, we need to understand where we go, but also to be able to tracking all our routing. Okay. Interoperability under a different platform that they can work in our case also in Linux, Android, and iPhone. And I will present only for the Android also because I'm not iPhone user and I cannot really testing everything. And like I mentioned, need to be really low in consumption of battery. Nowadays, if you use properly, you can do one day, 24 hours without draining your battery. But of course, you need to understand all these aspects. So, so when you go for the outdoor, it's extremely important to prepare your next adventure. Okay, you don't go there without know where are you going. So the easy way is to prepare at home with a platform that I'm going to explain. Set up your routing. Okay, share this routing with different people. Don't be only the responsible for the routing, because something happened to you or something happened to the mobile, then all the group is screwed up. So at least three people in the group, they have to have routing capability, mobile full battery, and also power bank for something happen, okay? So the sharing of the map can be easily done with a WhatsApp because it's a very small file, and of course has to be done before to lose the data, because if you are losing the data, then you cannot neither share with the WhatsApp, okay? And also during the navigation, another part that is really draining the battery is the screen, okay? So this is nothing else than my mobile, and the screen need to be just turned on just when you need it. So usually I put a time that 30 seconds, I understand, I click it, understand where it is, and then after 30 seconds, it's shutting down automatically. Okay, so let's see this map that we see, and I will present the web interface and also the application. So the mobile application, or sometime only the web application. So all these ones that I presented, they are free or they can be used for free. And another one I will see, for each one I will see the advantage and disadvantage. Okay, so this is the first one, MapsMe. So this is very good for street navigation, okay? They can be, actually, yeah, of course, if you go over here, you can see the this web page. So MapsMe, you can download it, and you can immediately search the offline and the map that you want to download it. So usually you download it for country, or if there are small country, you can group of country. Okay, so also this one, MapsMe, is like Google Map, very, very similar. And you can pre-downloading a single country and having in your mobile. Pay attention that when you download this country, they will be in vector format. Rather, when you do Google Map, these one are raster image that are downloading every time, okay? Also in Google Map, you can do some offline mapping, but very for small area, like 50 kilometers by 50 kilometers, something like this, okay? MapsMe, I use it, but not so much, okay? I use it when you really go over here in Italy, you don't need it, because where there are streets, there is always data sharing, okay? But as soon as you go in some country, very big, United States, that is very easy to lose data connection. So MapsMe this one is completely free. You can use for navigation. Okay, so then there is this one. These are for navigation, and this one I think is one of the best alternative to Google Map for offline navigation. One point to talk about, all these apps, they use the product of Openstreetmap project. I don't know if you heard about this very old project, probably close to 20 years, probably close to 20 years. That is a citizen-driven mapping effort, and actually is more precise than Google, and especially when there's been campaign of earthquake in developing countries. So there is a big community that is trying to helping in mapping road that has been destroyed or road that they were not in the map in order to allow the helping facility. Okay, so let's see this one, ride with the GPS. Okay, ride with the GPS is very handy. You have you can go from one point to the other one. It is going to give you the location, or the street. So for Matera, Italy. Right from here, and then we do Joy code. Is where I live. Okay, right to here. Okay, here is the map that you can get it, and immediately, and pay attention that then you need a bit of interpretation, and interpretation and also knowing the area to understand the route. So for example, this one is a quite well-known, not really, there is not very traffic, but it's the directly road Gioia del Colle Matera. So the car are running very fast. So usually, for example, to go from there to there, I do this other one, and this one you can easily change. So for example, I do this one, and then you can see that there are small road, and then you say, okay, I go from this one, I go here, and then you changing as you want. Okay, so one is done, you can do. Okay, you have to log in when you salva, yeah, okay. You have to create an account, but then you can do salva, and you can say download as a GPX. Okay, so this download as a GPX, you can import it through Dropbox in the Locus map, and now you will see the other application. So this one is quite handy because there are many users, and you can download the GPX for free. So for this one, you need an account, but it's for free, just a registration. And this, I use it quite a lot for mainly for the, yes, for the road biking navigation, okay? So then, ride with the GPS. Then there is another one that is Toppo, and Toppo is also very handy. And this one is really for heavy outdoor mountaineering stuff, because you can really plan. Oh, they change. They can really plan pricing about. They change the. Maybe we can start mapping. Yes, this one. Okay, so and it's pretty similar, but you can have a lot of maps to interact over here, including weather map, including satellite map, and you can, is always the OpenStreetMap beyond, and in particular, you can really zoom and understand it very well the territory. And then the beauty is that you can also here build up your street as a polygon. You can build up your polygon or your street as a vector, and this vector can be downloaded as a GPX. Okay, so I use it quite a lot when we do heavy adventure, but it's also good when you do field work. This one, because you can really click, and you will see quite easy to make an object. You know, here you do line, and you create your line from here to here. You do clicking, and then you say, okay, export to GPX, and then you upload it in Locus. So this one, they have plenty of capability. Also, the free version you can use quite a lot, so it's very handy to use it. And this one is also good because you can interface with other people up to 5 components, the map that you are creating. So you can have a team working for the routing, where you want to go, where you set your camp base, and so on. So, so as you can see, you can switch all the different contour. You can see the geology. You know, it's quite handy. I mean, with you, we don't need to go in each single detail, so you can play and understand it. But again, you can download in the GPX and import it in Locus that we're going to see. Okay, then there is the Locus. So if you click on the next one, there is, okay, let's do first Locus, and then we do this one. Locus. So Locus is very handy for 2 reasons. They have the web interface that we can see here, and they have also the application on the mobile. So you can really do perfect the same like I did before, going from one place to another one, and then changing, okay? So when you change, it's going to drag in from one point to another one, is going to find the new routing, okay? And also here you can do the export as a GPX, and bring it to your mobile. Okay, so now let's see the application in the mobile. In the mobile, so if you do Locus, so this one is where I suggest you to start to install it Locus on your mobile, because you will need tonight. So like usual, go to the Play Store and search Locus. And then there is a little tricks that we will see how to uploading the offline map in Locus. Okay, so in Locus, in the meantime that you install it, so you in Locus, let me move this one. You have a very high details in Locus, and thanks to the map of OpenStreetMap, you have very high details. Okay, now, for example, the GPS is not getting, because we are in a very building with a thick wall and so on. So you can see we are a bit lost, and you have this big circle. But as soon as you get closer to the window, it's going to catch better the satellite and GPS. So the beauty of this is that you have a lot of information about the territory, and especially apart the typical restaurant and so on in town, but you have also water availability and fountains, and also outside the village. So as soon as you have in mountain area or rural area, you can see a little symbol with the water availability. Now I can't see over here, but for sure there will be maybe this one, but actually it's a fountain. There is one close to here, so probably where usually is indicated that is you can drink and so on. And you can have also a symbol of a shelter. Yes. Yeah, they put it there. This is always citizen driven, so it's coming from OpenStreetMap. Yeah, so all these one are the citizen are bringing to information to the OpenStreetMap platform, and then Locus, they use it to inside to their app. Okay, so again, now I cannot see where they are in, but you can find and searching where they are. Should be one over here. Look, you can have a little, let's say, camping area, like a and rest area. You can have pharmacy, toilet, and so on. You know, over here, for example, resting area. You can know there. Okay, I will stay there with my bike and having a table where I can do a picnic or whatever. Okay, and something also very cool that you have all the trails, and so all these one are trails. Okay, and especially in Europe and in the United States, all the trails are there, all of them, unless it's really a, you know, a goat trail. Okay, so really in a pasture land that nobody's walking there, and there is a trail from the animal, so maybe it's not missing. So the routing that you are going to do tonight is this one. You are going to meet Belvedere. So the Belvedere is something close to here, something close to, yeah, here. So you are going to go down, and you are going to, okay, getting this trail, go down. Okay, so you arrive over here, and there is, look, Ponte sulla Gravina. This morning, we were asking somebody how we say canyon in Italian. So this canyon in the area, they are called Gravina, okay? Gravina. So there will be a little bridge, a rope, iron rope bridge where you can climb up, okay? And then you can arrive to the top over here, and we are going to meet in this parking lot, okay? So you have to be able to navigate up to there. And if you arrive there, you will have wine, beer, food, and everything. If you don't arrive, I'm sorry, okay? Miriam went there, so she will come with me with a car, and this way you are completely alone. So be ready, okay? So anyone has been downloading the app, okay, install it. So open it, okay? Probably it's going to, Sorry?
There is another application that's Openstreetmap.
Yeah, there are plenty of these apps. They're using the same source of data, okay? The one that I use is Android. Then you can, sorry, Locus for Android. And I'm sorry, but in iPhone, you cannot find. Maybe you can find an alternative, but you have to search for it because Locus is only for Android. When you open Android, it's going to ask, of course, do you want to accept and do you make available your SD card and all the, of course, say all the yes. So I wait a bit that you make the installation of the app. Okay, cool. So for everybody. So as a default, you are using data streaming. So what you see the map is not offline, it's not in your computer. Okay, now yes, but if you move, it's going to be streaming again down. And in particular, if you open here, look, my version is slightly different than yours because I have a paid version. So, but they are very similar. So maybe this button is down sometimes. So if you do Map Manager, sorry, no map. Yeah, should be Map Manager. Yes, Map Manager. You can see that under offline, you don't have anything. And under online, you have plenty of them. But of course, every time you have the streaming, okay, streaming the data. And the offline over here is going to be completely empty. If you have your mobile in your language, it's going to be download the version in your language, unless it has not that language. Okay, so now we are going to show you how to import this data and having offline. And this is a little tricks that took him a while to find, but then I find a German guy that is providing everything. So I was very happy. So, and this is this one, Open Andro Maps. So if you click over here, through not through the computer, through the mobile. So I will show in the computer just to have a bigger, but please click open or just Google it, openandromaps.org, and you will get this one. You arrive here. Okay. So this is maintained by a German guy. I think is this one, all this web page. And what it does, it prepare the map for the ingestion map of OpenStreetMap. So they are public available for the ingestion inside to the different app. So in particular, if you go to map download, you go Europe. Okay. So it's open this one, you go to Italy because we are in Italy. If not, you can go in all the different countries. And be careful over here. Don't click immediately one of these, but you have to go and you do Locus, download Locus. What is going to do it is going to download the Locus and install it directly under your directory. Okay. So it's going to be Locus map, and it's 700, almost 1 giga, 700 mega. So it will take a while to download it. Okay. And sometimes I have to say the truth that you have to repeat the download a few times before to get into it, especially if you have a weak connection and the connection is dropping, you have to redo it again. So try do it in a Wi-Fi, maybe even fast, because through the mobile sometimes it's a bit tricky. Okay, so I stay over here, I mean with the web page in order to allow you to start the downloading procedure. And during the download, it's going to ask, do you want to allow to use this folder or something like it? Of course, say yes, yes.
What does this Open Android Maps do?
So once again, the Open Android Maps is collecting, this German guy is collecting is packaging the OpenStreetMap files in vector format, group it in in different country, and then he provide the different file for the installation for the different app. So we are going to use Locus, but also another one quite used is this one, Backcountry Navigator. I think this one is quite used in United States. And I heard about this one, Orux, but I never use it also here in Europe. Frankly speaking, this one and this one, and this by computer, this one I never use it. Okay, so again, this one is just for downloading and install the vector file of all the street inside to Locus in order to have it in the offline mode. So you will need almost 1 giga, 800, okay? Yeah, 700. Yeah, we'll take a while, okay? Yeah, but you can't. Okay, then you will remove it. Okay. Okay, so when it's downloading, it will take a while. Then when you will start playing, working, and that's it. So if everything is correctly applied, you will see over here under offline. Be careful that when is over here, but you have to click. Okay, you have to click in order to have it, and I think the default to have is going to be red. As soon you click, become blue. Okay, now of course I have been clicking months ago, and now it's blue. But this is done only the first time. Okay, and you can see that my graphics is slightly different than yours. Okay, because yours is still in the streaming mode. Okay. So I will stop also the recording because we are going to wait. Oops, some people shouting. So I will stop in, and then I will start later as soon as we restart. Okay, so I will continue also to speed up the process. When you have, again, when you have the offline, be sure to click over here, and having offline, activate this one. So remember, and then when you have the map over here in Locus with your GPX, you know, you can do export, and you download it over here. Of course, you bring it to Dropbox, to your Dropbox, and then from here you can do track and route manager, importing this one, and is going to ask him from where. Yes, it's going to ask Dropbox, and here is I already select Dropbox as a default, so then I can, you know, I can download it here, and I have all the different GPX over here. So these are all my routing, bike routing around here, for example. Okay, so each one of these is the GPX that I drew before. So that's it for today. So again, today we are going to be just to show you one times more. We are going to wait you in this parking lot. So the appointment is Belvedere. I send you the link in the Telegram also. Look, these are the fountain that I was looking for before. Okay. And so we are going to meet over here. 7:30 is the appointment there. So go to your room, leave your backpack, whatever computer. If you want to grab, I'm bringing this food that is from today. But if you want to buy some additional proteins or, you know, some piece of meat, some prosciutto, you can, there is some rosticceria where they do chicken, grilled chicken, whatever you want, just adding a bit more. I will bring water, wine, and beer. Okay. So counting I would expecting you around 8:30. If you are not there at 8:30, I will call the rescue team. Okay, that's it for today.